No matter how hard you try, you can't stop us now. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop us now. We're the renegades in this atomic age. This atomic age of renegades.
We are back live. Thank you for joining us on this Monday, October 4th transmission. Okay, getting into the really serious news. You know about what happened Friday and over the weekend repeatedly. Taliban attacks NATO supply trucks in Pakistan. Who knows if that is staged or not? There's certainly a real war going on there by people that don't want to be occupied as they expand the war into Pakistan. The Pakistani Taliban claim responsibility Monday for a pre-dawn attack on tankers carrying fuel to Afghanistan for the U.S. and other NATO forces left vulnerable on the side of the road after Pakistan shut down a key border crossing. So that is unfolding right now. Meanwhile, airport lobbies possible terror targets in European plot, officials say. And this is just further hyping up what Homeland Security has been saying Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that they have the intel that they were unable to stop the terror groups. They're in Europe right now and preparing to go into the airports before the security checkpoints and shoot people and throw hand grenades. Of course, they have a lot of popular video games that have come out the last few years where you can pose as Russian terrorists who go in and run a false flag attacking airports. And we're going to be going back to that little historical piece in a moment. New game lets players massacre civilians. A new video game allows players to pose as Russian ultranationalist terrorists and massacre civilians with assault weapons in an airport. And, of course, it's really a false flag attack. And we're showing some video of that on screen. So this is the type of attack they're talking about. And, of course, their answer is hire Israeli companies to now set up more checkpoints as you get to the airport and have 3 layers total before you get to the main checkpoints and then after the checkpoints at the gate again. And then these security companies will make billions of dollars globally. You have Big Sis Napolitano, the head of Homeland Security, when Italy and others announced they're going to pull the naked body scanners out after the trials. She came in and said, we'll give you money. We'll do whatever you want, taxpayer money. Just put them in. Don't let this fail. We're going to put these in malls, street corners, mobile vans. They're already going in state and federal courthouses. We're radiating people. We're making billions and billions a month off this. If you adopt it, please, no. We've got to have it. And right on time, okay, the terrorists are going to attack. And the FBI has said they want these scanners at major bus terminals, but also shopping malls. See, you think you just won't fly and you'll get away with, having some privacy and not being surveilled? No, you're going to be surveilled. And they're going to have mobile trucks, they do have them, driving around frying your home while you're in it. Airport lobbies, possible terror targets in European plot. Officials, not a servant, but an official said among the possible targets in the suspected European terror plot are pre-security areas at least 5 major European airports. A law enforcement official told ABC News. Authorities believe terror teams are preparing to mount a commando-like attack featuring small units and small firearms modeled after the Mumbai attack 2 years ago. Funny, I have that headline. Head of Mumbai attack was U.S. agent. Let's put that in the search engine. It was in Chicago Tribune and others. Let's show folks that. Meanwhile, they have all these video games about this happening. And 1 year before the attack on South Ossetia and Abkhazia in northern Georgia, run by NATO, on record, and they ran a hoax on our news saying Russia had attacked. How asinine. And later they had to retract that 3 days later, but it's just amazing that some still go along with that hoax. They had a major video game where there's a war over South Ossetia in Georgia with Russia and NATO. They just love to throw it in your face. But continuing, the State Department issued a highly unusual travel alert Sunday for potential terror attacks in Europe, saying U.S. citizens are reminded of the potential for terrorist attacks in public transportation systems and other tourist infrastructure. More Americans per capita are now dying every year on the Texas-Mexico border and other border states than die in terror attacks. But you never really see that being hyped up, or 28,000 dead in the border region in the last 3 years. And the fact that the State Department quietly lists Mexico as the most dangerous country in the world now. There might be an attack on an airport where they'll have guns like Mumbai. Ooh. We're going to come back, finish up with this, because it integrates into audit. Changes needed to make nuke plants more secure. And remember that story a listener pointed out? Effingham deputies call feds after arresting Russians with shovel wire cutters outside Georgia power plant.